Network is terrible. We've been trying to reconnect and we back. I've got the MR Council Chairman, Honorable Dr. Chidi Lloyd on the show. Welcome back on the show, Dr. Lloyd. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said welcome back. Yeah. So I was asking when you said the other signatories are not around. I was wondering what that meant because you're the chairman.
No, I didn't say they are not around. I said they were instructed by the acting chairman of the commission.
Okay.
Not to sign any document except I recall ghost workers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I wrote back to them to give me the names of the ghost workers they want me to pay. That is where we are.
So why would the acting chairman, withhold salaries of those who have worked because the, local government commission is yet to reinstate ghost workers, like you put it? I'm wondering, what do you think? Have you seen? Have you had a comment?
When you have governance issues in a state.
Now,
that is what happens.
The last
time to punish Chidi Lloyd, you choose to punish everybody, including the civil servants. The so-called civil servants they are promoting every day.
Okay, so you think this is a punishment for Chidi Lloyd? Is that what you're saying?
This is political. If not ordinarily, let's even assume, though not concede, that there are issues with what we did. All that would have happened was to call for a review of the process. I don't know how anybody will advise me to pay a group of people who took the council to court and lost. I don't know. I don't know how anybody will advise me to pay a man from my village who died 5 years ago but was still alive in the council. I have difficulty, and I wrote back to the commission. Kindly communicate to the man and give me his account number so that I can do what people have asked me to do. Rather than give a man who came to a place and took the risk and try to sanitize the system, why are they not accusing me of employing anybody? People came to that office and employed their 6-year-old children and wrote their names, abused their office. I challenge anybody who will say I've written any name on the salary payroll. I came to that place in order to make a difference, and I thank God. Looking back, I can beat my chest to say that I will leave Emohua local government better than I met it. Okay. And no force in heaven will make me commit anything that is unlawful.
Okay. Now the question I want to ask is this. On Wednesday last week, you were on the show and we talked, and you said there is no problem between local government chairman and the governor. And I listened to you carefully that day. You said that, the local government chairman worked for the emergence of the governor. So why would the local government chairman kick against, is being governor? So have you tried to reach out to the governor and say, oh, this is the situation. Look at the documents.
I have written to the governor. And attached the copies of the report of the committee and the judgment of the court. I will do that before I start complaining. So I thought so. I still believe that there is no problem with it. From the side of the local government chairman, we don't have any problem with the governor. But I do not know whether he thinks the same way we think.
Now, is this legal in any way? Now, let's look at it. You're a lawyer. What are the legal implications? Because I'm wondering, withholding the salaries of workers, and then, what are the legal implications? Basically, that's the question I'm trying to ask.
We'll find all of that out in the coming days.
When you say,
as much I can say.
When you say you would find it, are you going to court with that?
I will tell you in the coming days. You called me, you asked for this interview, and I granted it. That's why I said I can't, because I'm not in a good frame of mind. Because I like to talk to the press, so that you know. So when I do, also respect me when I say I will talk with you in the coming days.
Okay. Does this, go beyond the workers' salaries? Is MOI receiving its allocation? I'm just wondering. I'm asking.
No, but technically, what it means is that what we did is that the money was paid into the council account. I can tell you that for free.
Mm-hmm.
But You see, put me in a situation where I can't function. Color, as I speak to you now, because of the rain that sometime last week, an entire part of my council fence fell down. We can't function. The security in my local government has not been able to give them their stipends to encourage them to continue to do the work. And only on Thursday last week, myself and men of the Nigerian Police Force rescued 9 victims on that East-West road. That the crime is resurgent. 9 victims were rescued and arrested made by vigilant policemen who are working pro bono. So it is difficult to operate. At least the tenure has not elapsed. So I don't know why this all. And we are hearing information that our HNGAs and HPS have been called to prepare voucher and bring to government house. They would pay. But very strange things are happening. Very strange things. So let's watch and see what happens.
Dr. Lloyd, please, I do have a 4 to 6 seconds break. I will come back to you on the last thing you've just said, that, the administrators have been asked to come to government house. You will give me details on that, please, if you do not mind. Just 4 to 6 seconds and I'll be right back. On the phone. Welcome back. Can you hear me very well? Hello? Can you hear me, Dr. Lloyd? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? All right, I guess it's one of those days. The network is terrible. I don't want to say everything is working against me, but then we'll still see how we can make the conversation happen. So from the little we've heard, the MOI Council Chairman has said that it's an agenda against him. It's a political fight against him. I wonder what he meant by that, but he said the local government chairman do not have anything against the governor, but maybe the governor has something against the local government chairman. What else did he say? He said that they have asked the head of the department at the local government level to come to government house with vouchers and that they would sign. So I wonder, what's with that information as well. While I try to reconnect, I will be taking, messages, maybe voice notes as well. Let's see what your thoughts are on all of this as we talk for development, at least for MOI people on this one. But he also said the reason why is because the government is asking him, the government at the state level is asking him to reinstate ghost workers. And he's saying that he has taken it to court and he won the case in court as it relates to the ghost workers. Yes, can you hear me, Dr. Lloyd? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Indeed, the network is terrible, but let's try to. I've just got a few more questions for you. And one of such question is what you just talked about, the heads of department going to government house. Can you explain that in details for us? Can you confirm?
Well, yesterday we were told, we were briefed by our HGS and HPMs and treasurers. The governor called them to a meeting in government house and told them to prepare that between April to June, salaries will be paid directly from government house. So what it means technically is that the governor has dissolved the local government areas. So that is the information that is making the rounds, which we were informed by our respective HIGs, and we verily believe them, because today is 7th. We have not been called for the JAC meeting, and the Federation Allocation Accounts meeting was held on 21st. Yeah. So that was when monies were shared to the 3 tiers of government. So we are in for real trying times in Rivers. Very
All right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Hello. Oh my! The network is really terrible, so we would have to end that interview. Oh my! And it's so sad because I had more questions to ask, and the network is really terrible. But it's the bottom of the hour. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to open the phone lines. I'm going to take messages. I'm going to take reactions. Let's get your thoughts on this very matter, as it, certain juicy information or pieces of information have come our way. One, JAC meeting has not been held. I mean, as it pertains to MOA, maybe other local governments can come out and speak differently. We do not know. But from the MOA local government chairman, he's saying that JAC meeting has not been held. And so the local governments have not been called, and monies have not been shared. And MOA is being owed March, April salaries. The heads of local government HLGAs have been called to government house for a meeting, saying that they will be the ones to prepare vouchers. I mean, these are the words of Chidi, Lloyd. You had it yourself. So I would like to get your thoughts. This is what we do. We try to get the information. What you make of the information is up to you. My work is to get the information and nothing more. I'm not here to be a partaker in the fight. As a matter of fact, my company's what's it called? Motto? Is it news motto? Is it news? There's a name for it. It's peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. So we are all for peace, and we're not here to escalate the fight. But then you are entitled to your opinion. And while you're dishing out your opinion, it behoves on you to ensure that it toes the path of peace, that it takes the line of peace, because we want peace for development to happen, right? So now that I have taken my time to explain this, I'm going to go to the phone lines. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, and 0817 923 0007. WhatsApp number with which you can send me either text or audio messages is 0809 0306 okay, all right, let's I'm going to skip a lot of messages. Any message that doesn't make sense to me, you have to show decorum, please. We're talking for development. We're not here to escalate the issue once again. So I'm going to take this one.
Mr. Caladon, good evening. I think those for him came into office, he should pay them their salary. Nobody is a ghost worker among those persons that were sacked. The state government have gone with verification find out that they are not ghost workers. So he should restate them. He should stop playing politics with human life. Those people have children. Some of them, their children are in higher institutions. How would they train them if they are not paid their wages? They suffered for it. So he should try and settle with the state government and see how he can pay the money. He should stop playing politics with reverse money. That is all I'll have to say. He should come back to status quo and maintain the relationship with the governor and see how they can pay those workers. Leave politics alone.
Henry,
more sentiment is not what we need now.
Henry, if you had listened, he said that he asked them to, provide the banking details of the people so that they can verify, and no response thus far. So what if indeed it is a fight against ghost workers? Like we saw, was it in Abia State? I think it was in Abia State when OT took over. But let's go to Uzoma, who's calling from Rumuji. Uzoma, welcome.
Yes. Galada, good evening.
You're welcome.
Yes. I am from Emoha local government.
Okay.
See, the problem we are having, we are too sentimental. Because I'm not a supporter of Chidi Lloyd. But Chidi Lloyd came to that local government to change the narrative of that local government.
Okay.
Several chairman has been in that local government. All they know is to write their brothers, their daughters, their relative names, and be collecting local government money.
That's an allegation, Uzoma. But let's move on.
No,
you can't prove. You can't prove now, Uzoma. Wait now. No, you excuse me. You can't prove if I ask you that the names were written by former local government chairmen. Names were written, yes, but not by local. You can't prove it. So let's skip that part, please. Move on.
See, Kalada. Let me. The day I went to local government to take a identification letter to my wife.
Okay.
That was when the past local government chairman was the chairman.
Okay.
Could you know that there is no seat, there is no ordinary table for them to sit down and write in Emoha local government? Ordinary table. Are you telling me that the chairman cannot buy a table, a chair, and keep the office in order? What are they doing with the money? The Chidi Lloyd came and started doing a lot of things. If you go to the council, check the massive work there. He's changing the narrative of Emoha local government. Let's leave all this sentiment and politics.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Uzoma. I've got Stanley from Old GRA. Stanley, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from.
Okay, it's actually Tammy.
Sorry, Tammy?
T-A, yes.
Okay, Tammy, welcome.
In the word, I hear what Chidi Lloyd said, that the governor invited the local government accountants saying forthwith they should come in to collect monies from. It's just a tip of the iceberg of how powerful the governor can be. And it amazes me that these local government chairmen who stand up to him, they know it, but they do as if they don't know it. When there's a snake called viper, when you see it, it's as if it is dead. But touch the tail. Be careful. Even the principal has said it. Be careful of who are quiet. It's not to make too much noise. The governor has been so self-disciplined, so tolerant, so restrained. If we were to be some of their likes, who will power? I don't think they'll breathe for 1 minute and at their seat. But this is it. They need to work. There's no way. So many of them who have insulted the governor or stood up to him. I wish them well.
Tammy, can you hear me now? You're talking about the powers of the governor. Is this a legal power? Is this what is written, in the Constitution that we all follow?
I'm talking about constitutional power.
Okay, so you can stop. No. I'm saying so. The Constitution. Wait, let's have a conversation, please, Tammy.
Yes.
The Constitution is saying, according to you, that the governor can stop the payment of local government just like that. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think that's what my constitution says.
This is it. You said things are not in proper order.
Okay.
And the government has the discretion to act in the best interest. For instance, you have the House of Assembly who even has the power to do things. Yeah, at this moment, it is neither here or there. You understand? So it would have resorted to the House of Assembly to do some things, but they're neither here nor there.
But yet again, I understand your argument, Tammy, but I'm asking, is it in the Constitution? Because I remember there was even an executive order during Buhari's time asking governors to not tamper with
the governor has fear.
Sorry?
The governor has some executive
but I'm not arguing with you, but his executive orders cannot, once again, supersede.
There are some conditions that the governor should
any law.
Tell
me, we know these things, and I don't want us to play politics about it. Any law or order or fiat that is inconsistent with the Constitution, what does the Constitution say about it? It's null and void. So I want us to be careful so we don't get back to the old days when we now empower individuals to be stronger than institutions.
It is not an attempt to breach. For instance, you can hold onto something. When you, for instance, let's look at a situation now where the government is acting and as what he has said, the House of Assembly does not exist. It is of the law. Duly, the governor should have gone back to House of Assembly, written to them to say, this is and for this reason, I want you to approve this for me to act. But when you don't have it, so you will not stand still.
You go. That's what that.
Until you have the time.
All right.
You have the right. Yes.
All right.
You have the right for the things.
Okay, Tammy. I like how we argue. And you see, like I would always say, posterity will judge. I remember once upon a time when I would ask questions about certain things happening, and people would say, "Oh, you're a supporter of these. You're anti-government. You're this and that." Many years later, I beg your pardon, we're here and we're arguing still. Posterity will come. I just want to make sure that we are not towing the same path as we were before. But let's move on. Emeka from Rumukuta. Emeka, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Emeka, welcome.
It's unfortunate that two elephants are fighting and the dragons are suffering. But I think the governor should know what he should do.
Emeka, are you there? Oh my, the network is really terrible.
I'm there.
Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
For the interest of the workers of Lloyd-Emohua local government and for the governor, some of the governor, the chairman, some of the chairmen act as if they are God on their own. So it is for him to know your artists are not getting like the first caller said, if those workers are actually workers and not ghost workers. I don't think he has any right to sack them. So they should just for the common man, for the sake of common man, both the governor and the chairman should come to a common ground to make sure that those guys are paid. That's my own.
All right, Emeka, thank you very much for your thoughts. They should come to some kind of peaceful resolution, but I wonder if that is even possible. Because like some of you have rightly said, they have been a loggerheads. Some local government chairmen have used some very strong words, and I said it then, I say it now, that the office of the governor should be respected at all times, not necessarily the individual, but the office. So if I occupy the office and you don't like me, respect the office, and I've always said that. But I wonder if they will be able to come to that point where they can have a peaceful resolution. But let's listen to Onye Nuchia Stephen. Onye Nuchia.
Nigeria, my name is
Nigerian Info.
Is it Nigeria a career or a talent? Why is the politician in office all the time they want to quit? They're fighting the government, taking them to this time around. The government come to change some government area of don't know what is happening. The benefits of in areas. No, I'm telling you a fact. What's happening here? Have we done the money given to them a long time? We don't have electricity. What do you sit in a local government when there's no light there? Issue daily basis. What?
Good afternoon, I'm Beef from Otako. There is trouble in River State. There's serious crisis in River State. I don't know why the government is saying there's no crisis. For me, I'm seeing this. And I don't pray for it to end bad way. I'm saying this is going to end in a really bad way. I'm very free.
All right, I got it from here. Commodities on the line for me.
Good afternoon.
That does not mean money. That brings me. You take
Yeah,
it.
they know my not on my.
All right, let's hear your thoughts then.
Let me remind us again. I've been telling people that as this is gone, the government is the one that I see causing the problem.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you, is it really the one? Because like some people have said, some local government deading past. So could this be a response to the local government chairman who dead him? I think of it from an angle as well.
He's elected.
Okay.
Canada.
Okay.
It is not called that Jack matter. We will use that opportunity to hold the funds of local government. I pray, Canada, this is why I said you. I pray for federal government to reduce what the next. Let's see people that want to earn. What are you telling me? Because of
what do they do?
You know the thing that they go to went to industrial court. Don't do things carefully. They went to industrial court and they lost.
Yes.
These people that local venture. You went and you cried because they were not held by a law as a local. I don't think that's done. All people meant, and you expect somebody like this, and very people talking about law, and you're in the law. You should be careful. That was evil.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, first, what about those frustrated from nuns by removing them from the council payroll? I think you miss nemesis. What kingdom? I wonder what you mean by nemesis. I said, okay, let's on. Is no longer here. Good day, and also I guess it is not here. Firstly, message governor, the governor secretary, Chidi Lloyd, that I know has been humble. I will always books like this. Okay, right, no, okay, I went from that. Not my focus. Fine. But you asked a very good question. I did not reply. I think he did say he was still waiting and that they was waiting for a reply on that conversation. So this says it was on the news when Calga chairman was calling the governor a particular name. He said the chairman is telling us here that there are no issues between them and the governor. It is very funny. He's not going to get any money again. Fubara from Port Harcourt. All right, Fubara. Okay. This one says the LJ chairman does not have any right to do staff audit and sack some staff. It is the responsibility of the LGA Commission who hires and fires. The Commission has directed the council chairman to submit his monthly payment schedule for payment of staff, but he refused. That could be the reason for withholding of the council's fund. For Ernest Port Harcourt. For Ernest, your words against is because he said that they have sent the what do you call it now, the voucher to the government, and they have not been approved, something like that. Could they have to sign for it to be approved? I've got JJ from Rumokoro. JJ, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, Canada, good evening.
Yeah, greetings to you. Welcome.
Yeah, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
How many local governments do we have in River State?
You always ask me this question, and I think my answer has
not
changed.
I want to ask again for
my answer has not changed.
23.
For
the first time.
23.
How many local governments have the same problem that the Emohua chairman is claiming is having right now?
About 2, thereabout.
And I can tell you it's only him right now.
Okay.
Because the other ones has obeyed the work of the Local Government Service Commission is to maybe employ, promote, discipline, and all those put together. All those they are seeing that a ghost worker or whatever water worker and all those. He do it alongside the Service Commission that has the responsibility for such purpose. And then I told you, do it this way, do it this way. The other local government that had the same issue has done all that, and they are free.
JJ, are you putting into consideration, because I think he mentioned, and Gift also mentioned, the industrial court case. I think we also reported, the workers had gone to court and lost, and the courts, ordered the MOR council not to reinstate.
Let me tell you, Canada.
All right.
Let's not joke. Let's not even miss word about this whole thing. The workers in MOR even saying that most of them are saying that if it will even take 1 year for them to sort out this whole thing, then they are ready to sacrifice if it's what it takes for him to.
JJ, where did he get that information from?
From majority of the workers that have interacted.
And that's why I would like to get
You also know that some of these people that their names are not there have stayed out without salary for over 2 years.
Okay.
What is the difference? Is it that the lion came into town and carried slave children, Nobody says anything. Now it has carried the thing shy. Everybody is now jumping. People have been out there for no reason, and they are not paid for 2 years.
So you're saying it's
get your money instead of seeing the money.
Okay.
But you cannot accept the money.
Okay.
So what do you need to do? What did the other local government chairman do? What did other 22 local governments did, and they didn't get their own seats or hands? Let's be fair to ourselves.
JJ, I just want to get something from you. So you're saying that it's not a political move. Let's get it right.
It is doing the right thing. The other 22 local governments have done. You should ask his colleague what they did right before.
Okay. All right then.
It's not political.
All right then. JJ, thank you very much. I've got Isaiah from Buguma. Isaiah, welcome. What is on your mind? Please tell me.
Yes, my brother. Good day.
Welcome.
If you look at Lloyd-Emohua, the local government chairman, this is one person who have been in the news with this local government staff for too long. I think it has been held that they have been in court several times, and I wonder. Sometimes I begin to think before he came in, I think somebody was a chairman, and we never had all these things. Why is that? There is a lack of competence to manage rural government workers. You understand? Now, sometimes, if you go into more detail, you find out that these people, he may have gone to court maybe as court has given him judgment in his favor, but sometimes most of the judgment is not meritable.
Now, Isaiah, that's not in our place to declare. When you say not meritable, I need you to take that. No, because that is you impugning on the court system, on the judiciary, and we don't have that right.
No problem.
We're not the NJC.
My problem is that, see, if you sow wind, you reap well wind. Now, the governor we have today is a man that is trying to see how he will look at, because many people are going through hell in the state, even at the local government level. Workers are going through hell, and the governor is trying to see how he will sanitize the system.
All right.
To make sure that people will feel the dividend.
I've got to go. I've got a commercial. I've got to go. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you very much. I've got to go, Isaiah George. But before I go for my commercial break, I've got Andy Akpo TV on the line. Andy, what is your thoughts?
Yeah, brilliant. Canada, good afternoon to you and good afternoon to Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good afternoon.
In those days, we used to wear some bracelets in our hands and that they wrote on WWJD, what would Jesus do? I said this, that a lot of us carried on wearing that a lot of times, and we always acted imagining that that's what Jesus would do in the circumstance. I have taken, to Dr. Chidi because he's a very vocal and intelligent man. He's a very different politician, in Rivers State. You cannot say that he's a mediocre by any stretch of imagination. But the question I would ask directly, if he's listening, if Dr. Chidi Lloyd was the governor of Rivers State, what would he do? Now, I've asked these questions because if you sack certain people and you call them ghost workers, in the first instance, that phenomenon, that term ghost workers is very irritating. Nigerians are too simplistic. The local government chairmen who were paying those people before, what has happened to them? The accountants in the local government that was paying those people, what has happened to them? The head of service in that local government that paid those people, what has happened to them? You just fire some people and call them ghost worker, and we all are, we are smiling in River State and we are clapping. If you were sure that they were ghost worker. You thought that they were ghost worker, and that is one thing that I will not take away from him. Yes, there's a possibility that ghost workers are existing everywhere, including even in government.
I've got to go now.
If you were sure, yes, if you were sure they were ghost workers, what have you done to bring to book those people who came?
All right, I've got to go.
For this government special announcement, this is to inform the general public that the River State Ministry of Environment has from Thursday, 2nd of May.